Hi viewers, welcome to my YouTube channel. Viewers, today we will discuss about the different kind of work permits. Work permits issued by the Ministry of Labor. So guys, if you are working in UAE, it's very important that you should know that how many kind of work permits Ministry of Labor is issuing as per the situation of the employee. So if you did not subscribe my channel, kindly subscribe and press the bell icon so that you will receive a notification for the new video. So guys, there are one of the work permit which is the normal when you are hiring by the company, they are applying your new work permit which is called new electronic work permit also. That is a simple case. They are applying your visa as per your profession and as per their quota and as per their qualification. So if you have your resident permit, your Emirat ID and your labor card, and there are some cases that you need some other kind of work permit, so there is a work permit which is called temporary work permit. So guys, this temporary work permit is for the expatriate or national worker residing in the UAE to carry out their work within a period is not more than 6 months. So in other case, we can say that the temporary work permit validity is 6 months only. After 6 months, the work permit will expire and the company has to apply new. So there are some cases when the work permit can be issued by the Ministry of Labor. So guys, there are cases under which the Ministry of Labor issuing temporary work permit or the MOHRE can be issued temporary work permit for the employee. The first is that if it is confirmed that the employer failed to pay wages for a period exceeding 2 months according to the Wages Protection Office report. So I will clear this one, that if your company is not paying you uh, your salary 2 months or more, so if you are complaining to the labor office, the labor office will be issue to you the temporary work permit if another company is ready to hire you. This is the practically. And the second one is if your labor complaint that is referred by the Ministry of Labor to a court of law, and until now there is no decision, and you are finding a new job with the new company, and during this case if the company agrees to give you the temporary work permit and you have the court paper, the Ministry of Labor will issue you the temporary work permit, which is the by law. So guys, there are different ways of getting a temporary work permit. We will discuss when we will have more type of work permit later, which is connected with the temporary work permit. This video will be in two parts because otherwise it will be very long. So the documents required for the temporary work permit is also very important. Normally this is the trade license copy of the new company, and you have your white background photo, your passport copy, and definitely your qualification attestation certificate attested by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Dubai and your home country UAE embassy as per the system of the attestation. So copy of your contract which is from your current company you are working and you have the problem with the company running, and there is also a NOC. Guys, this NOC sometime is not mandatory because the Ministry of Labor always changing their rule, but right now the rule is that it's not it's mandatory. Also your resident copy, your validity of visa should not be less than 6 months. So guys, under the temporary work permit, They will issue the labor card, and you have also the contract by the Ministry of Labor. That contract is for the 6 month period, and that's it. And if you want to terminate your contract, you can terminate. There is no ban under this kind of temporary work permit. This is the practically thing. So the viewer second one is part-time work permit. Kindly note, part-time work permit validity is for 1 year, and part-time work permit holder are allowed to work at the same time as working in the current company on part-time basis for less than 8 hours per day, the duty which is not exceeding in both companies 20 hours per day. This is the labor rule. So guys, these type of contracts are actually limited only to the skilled workers. The part-time work permit is for the skilled workers. Skilled worker means if the category is 1 to 3rd, 1 to 10 like university degree or the higher degree or the diploma. So the VS part-time job is for the skilled laborers. This is not for the unskilled laborers. So under this system, part-time contract employees can take several part-time jobs without approval of the original or the secondary employer. So there is no need NOC from your current employer, but the case is that MOHRE has to give you the work permit. So if you have your family visa, they can take up a second job after getting a part-time work permit with an NOC from the sponsor. This is for the spouse, that the husband should give the NOC to the spouse to work in the company as part-time basis. The age limit is more than 18 years. So if the people are under their parents sponsorship, they also need the NOC from their parents. So guys, the NOC matter is changing sometime in Ministry of Labor, because this is totally depend on the Ministry of Labor when they are changing the rules. So working with both employer more than 48 hours per week, working hours shall not be less than 20 hours as I discussed. So in that case, you can work a part-time in the company. So the viewers document required for the part-time work permit is similar as I discussed for the temporary work permit. Only the validity of the part-time work permit is 1 year and the temporary work permit is 6 months only. But the documents are the similar as I discussed in my video. They were issuing the labor card in both cases, and the contracts also they can download from Ministry of Labor website. And this is the main important thing, because they have the residence visa. So the guys, the mission work permit is for a person who is outside country and wants to come and work in UAE. So validity of the mission work permit is 3 months only. The person has to exit the country when the duration of 3 months or 90 days completed, and the company has to apply again the MOHRE work permit, mission work permit. So the immigration will issue a visa, and the labor department will issue a labor card under the mission work permit. So guys, by the name, if you see the mission work permit, you should know that what kind of mission work permit is this one. This is a less validity only. So there is no residence stamping for the mission work permit. So the other permit which we discussed, they have already the residence visa and they are inside the country. So guys, if there are industrial companies, big industrial companies, they are having a bank guarantee in the labor department, and the labor department issuing 5 employees quota by the computer system automatically to the companies if they want to avail the service of mission work permit. So This is the automatically granted 5 mission work permit quota for the industrial companies. And if there is another case, if the company wants to apply the quota, they have to apply the quota in Ministry of Labor for the mission work permit. So if they want to apply the mission work permit, they have to submit application for the initial approval to issue electronic mission work permit, along with the supporting documents, which is the very important, like the contracts and project statements for their new project. If they want to hire people for 3 months, so the establishment should be notified by the decision whether it is approved or disapproved by the Ministry of Labor. So this is the cases of exceptional cases if they want to apply the mission work quota in the Ministry of Labor. So guys, the document required is also the similar as a valid trade license of the establishment, supporting documents, evidences for the contracts. If they have a new contract or project with the another companies or with the government, they have to provide these one. And the work permit should be issued if the company do not have any kind of violation in the Ministry of Labor, like they did not pay the wages to the laborers, or they did not renew the labor cards. So their record should be clear in Ministry of Labor, then they will get the mission work permit. So guys, there are 3 work permits today we discuss in details. There are more work permits we will discuss is later in my second part, because otherwise the video will be very long. So hopefully this information is practically informative for you. So I request you to subscribe and share my channel with your friends. Thank you for watching.